With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello, so question says this: determine the degree of hardness in terms of ppm of CaCO3, that means calcium carbonate, of 10 to power minus 3 molar MgSO4, right? So we have to find out the degree of hardness in terms of ppm of CaCO3, right? So let's start solving this question. That means we have 10 to power minus 3, right? So 10 to power minus 3 molar MgSO4, right? Which is equivalent with 10 to power minus 3, right? So which is equivalent with 10 to power minus 3 molar calcium carbonate, right? So calcium carbonate, right? So we have to find out degree of hardness in terms of ppm, right? So this is in molarity, right? So this, what do you mean by this mole, 10 to power minus 3 molar, right? So it means that I can say this, it means this 10 to power minus 3, right? So 10 to power minus 3 moles of 10 to power minus 3 moles of calcium carbonate CaCO3 is present in 1 liter of solution, 1 liter, or you can say that 1000 cubic centimeter of solution, right? So that means 10 to power minus 3 moles of calcium carbonate are present in 1 liter of this solution, or 1000 cubic centimeter of this solution, right? So here you can see this, this is 1000 cubic centimeter, right? So if I want to find out the amount of CaCO3, right? So we know the formula for moles, right? So what do you mean, what is the formula for moles, right? So moles is equal to amount of solute, right? So, or you can say amount, or you can say that it is given mass, right? So you can write here as it is given mass, right? Given mass, right, divided by molar mass, right? Divided by molar mass. This is the general formula for moles, right? So if I want to find out the amount of calcium carbonate, right? So that means if I want to find out this given mass, right? So I can say this, if I want to find out amount of calcium carbonate, right? So it becomes in, you can say that in 1000 cc, that in 1000 cc, right? So in 1000 cc I can say that amount of calcium carbonate, or you can say that I can write as in 1000 cc, that means cubic centimeter, amount of calcium carbonate becomes, right? Amount of calcium carbonate becomes, here it becomes moles. We have mole, that is 10 to power minus 3. I can put the value of 10 to power minus 3 here, right? And the molecular mass of calcium carbonate becomes, here the molecular mass of calcium carbonate, right? So this is the molecular mass of calcium carbonate is 100, right? So it is 100, so 100 gram, right? 100 gram per mole, right? So 100 gram per mole, right? So this is the molecular mass. So I can write this here 100 gram per mole, right? And this is also mole, right? So 10 to power minus 3 mole, right? So mole to mole cancel here, so the value becomes 10 to power minus 1 gram, right? So 10 to power minus 1 gram, right? So now you can see here, in, in 1000 cubic centimeter, the amount of calcium carbonate, is equals to 10 to power minus 1 gram, right? So 10 to power minus 1 gram, right? So if you want to find out for 1 cc, right? So 1 cubic centimeter, the amount of this is amount, right? So amount of calcium carbonate, right? So simple mathematics, right? So this is simple mathematics, right? So it becomes 10 to power minus 1 divided by 10 to power 3, right? So you can write 1000, it is like this, 10 to power 3, right? So but we want to find out in ppm, that means we have to find in 10 to power 6, right? So in 10 to power 6, right? So in 10 to power 6, the amount of calcium carbonate, right? Amount of calcium carbonate is equals to 10 to power minus 1 divided by 10 to power 3 multiplied by 10 to power 6, right? Here you can see this, it becomes 10 to power 2, right? It becomes 10 to power 2 ppm, right? So it becomes 10 to power 2 ppm, right? So if we multiply by 10 to power 6, so it becomes ppm, parts per million, right? So you can write here as it is equals to 100 ppm, right? It is equals to 100 ppm, right? So this is the amount of calcium carbonate. That means this is the degree of hardness, right? So this is the degree of hardness in terms of ppm of calcium carbonate, right? That comes out to be 100, right? So let's check the option. Option A is 100 ppm and option B is 200, option C is 300, option D is 400. You can clearly see this. Option A is the correct answer, right? Which we will get here 100 ppm, right? So option B, C and D becomes automatically wrong, right? So now we are left with the correct answer, that is option A. That is the degree of hardness in terms of ppm comes out to be 100, right? So hope this answered your question. So thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.